Now then, it's Burnsy with another of our Curiosity podcasts. Welcome along. This is the CuriosityCast. Every episode, we take questions asked by members of the public in Hull to try and get them the best answers from the very best brains in the city. Not all questions are about Hull, and they can be about whatever you want to discover. For instance, for this episode, we're going to get our laughing gear around an event that is now a Hull institution. For 19 years, I think, the Hull Comedy Festival has brought the cream of the comedy crop to the city. Tim Minchin, Stuart Lee, Frankie Boyle, Sarah Millican, Greg Davis, Al Murray. I think I once even appeared at it. Everyone who's anyone in the comedy world, basically. This year it returns with the usual mix of well-known faces, up-and-comers, and nascent local talent appearing in a variety of venues across the city. And here to tell us all about it is the creative director of Hull Comedy Festival, Gary Jennison. Nice to see you, Gary.
Hello.
Welcome to the CuriosityCast. Is it really 19 years?
It is.
How have you managed that?
No idea. Luck, I think, and support, and no idea is the honest answer. It's so mine and Jed's 10th year this year as directors, and we inherited it fortuitously, shall we say, in a gambling place. But yeah, very excited to build up to our 19th event, and next year is going to be the 20. So yeah, we just keep going. It's just a juggernaut, isn't it?
Is it tough to keep it going?
Yeah, I think that's a multi-level, isn't it? Like for me, it's not tough in the passion's there. Like, we're still dedicated. We tour the country, so we go to festivals. We go linking with producers and agents. So it's an all-year thing. It takes us about 10 months to create the festival, and I think the difficult thing is just ensuring the model's right for Hull. So not to go too big, not to kind of, we like to create pop-up spaces where comedy doesn't happen, and Hull's telling us that it likes comedy where it knows it's going to happen. So we try and, listen to the people and ensure that, we're basically essentially bringing the Edinburgh Fringe to Hull for 2 to 3 weeks. It's crazy, isn't it?
Explain that again. You put in comedy in places where it normally doesn't happen, but the Hull audience likes places where it normally does happen.
Generally,
you're not taking a risk there, son.
No,
I sound like a patronising get there. I'm not trying to be Gary, you know that.
No, yeah. Both. So we multi-layer it. So like a comedy onion, it's layered, and sometimes it makes us cry as well. And what we've done this year, we've put, actually for the last few years, we've put everything in Hull Truck. So that first week that's the kind of the fireworks and the confetti. So that's at Hull Truck, and we take over their studio space, and it's brilliant. And again, we have established acts, we have showcases in there, kids show, and just some fantastic festivals that are touring the country and bring them right to Hull. And it's usually the cheapest ticket on their tour. Again, so it's a bargain. And the other element is kind of that hilarious fringe element. And again, it is people taking a risk. So we know that, half the shows people are going to turn up at, and some of them are going to need people to take a risk. So it is layered. But yes, We've probably this year we haven't gone too big or gone too crazy. I think what we've done, we've had a measured approach, but we just know it's tough anyway. We speak to a lot of events organisers. We know it's tough, so hence why we're doing a bit of extra promotion, letting people know what we can do, and come and have a laugh. Basically, come and just take your mind off all of the rubbish that's going on. And some of the shows are £3, some of them are free. Pay what you can, bucket collection at the end. So it is a really good opportunity just to come and see either some talent support your friends. We've got some local and regional legends as well. Or just come and take a risk. Chuck £3 in the bucket and see what happens. No refunds though, Burnsy. I'll just let you know.
I'm trying to think. I went to the final of the sort of comedy festival last year. Really enjoyed it. The standard was amazing. Still think the judges got it wrong when it should have been a bloke from Scunny that won it, but never mind.
It's a bit late to argue about it now,
it's too late to heckle.
The adjudicate, that's a slow burn, that Burnsy.
We've got a question on heckling later. As this CuriosityCast goes out, for the first time, you may be hearing it for the first time on the Sunday, that the comedy festival has already started.
We've had that launch, haven't we? Yeah.
It's been a huge roaring success, Gary. It will be. Actually, is it nervous for you until you get the first gig under your belt?
We're in the thick of it, aren't we? So from sort of mid-September to Christmas, it's just a comedy wormhole for us. Me and Jed won't speak after December, probably until January, February. We just need about 6 to 8 weeks off because it's full on this. So it is just a full on driving a massive lorry with loads of comedians in the back, really, all legally, of course. And then we open the hatch at the back and all this comedy flows out. The nerve-wracking bit, I guess it's in showing that we've, like you said, you alluded to it, that we've got it right, that have we programmed what people want? So we make it diverse, we make it, a good mix of new talent, regional talent, some of the biggest shows in the country come into smaller venues as well, some great acts that you probably, who would expect, last year we had Frankie Monroe in a cocktail bar, for example, and now he's, multi-award winner, sells out across the country. I think he was £6 last year.
So, he was brilliant. Yeah. Upstairs at the Brain Jar. Yeah. Which, you mentioned the Edinburgh Fringe. It was like an Edinburgh Fringe venue.
Exactly,
it was a strange-shaped room and,
Yeah, the hilarious Fringe. It is that model, and we've built up a really good reputation on, I guess, being, for want of a better phrase, like honest and transparent. So the acts we're booking, we're not, if you come here from Scotland, you've got 4 people, we're going to let you know. We're not going to kind of say, oh yeah, it was a sellout, and then people are disappointed. So we, as I say, we tour ourselves with our multi-award nominated kids show, and we know lots of comedians. Most of these people are either our, friends over many years, or we've built up that good reputation that people trust us. And it's fair to say, I don't think a lot of comedians have Hull on a comedy map, if there is such a thing. But I think the trust and the branding and the work that goes into it and the passion, I think people go, okay, this seems okay. This seems something that's worth investing their time in as well. I mean, we've got, some comedy legends.
Some good stuff this year, isn't there? I really fancy Phil Nichol. I love Phil Nichol. I've seen him for years.
Phil's amazing. Yeah, he's, Edinburgh Award winner, just a comedy legend. I mean, Australia and America still talk about him. So,
and you never know what you're going to get with him, do you? Because he's got his bits, but they're different every night, and the way he reacts with the crowd is different every time.
This is his greatest hits, yeah. So this is him still trying his best, basically.
I know you had Robin Ince as well. He's always good value.
Robin Ince, again, cheapest ticket in the country. It's a tenner for Robin Ince, and we're putting him in at the Edge Hub. So again, I'm sure he'll be flogging his books, but he'll be doing poetry, and he'll be just, it's just a lovely person to spend an evening. So intelligent. Obviously, he's got his, one of the top podcasts in the country. He's mates with some very intelligent people, smarter than me.
But he's great in himself.
He's just fantastic.
But he's actually Robin Ince, who I've seen, and he's an absolute delight, isn't on your poster. So where do you get the full and exhaustive list of who's on?
No. So again, we push everything. We know that all the people, the majority of people are going to come in that first week, because that's kind of, again, alluding to that, people wear trusted spaces. So people are going to come to Hull Truck because they know it's trusted. It's, the tickets, I would say moderate. They're not too cheap. They're not too expensive. So people go, the acts must be good. The quality's there. We know what Hull Truck do. And it's a valid source of comedy. So people will turn up. So the majority of our tickets will be that. So we'll basically ensure that people that attend are then basically, hopefully, fingers crossed, then share the love and come to take a chance on the other shows. But yeah, if you scan the QR code in, scan to book it, or scan for a laugh on our posters. Again, we don't normally put some of the lineup on the front. We just literally say it's Hull's Funniest Festival, comedy from the UK, and then people just click on the website and go find out what's on. So we kind of want to let people know it is a festival. It's a multi, space, multi-venue, multi-act, and multi-talented thing that people can come and support.
Do check it out. Just search Hull Comedy Festival on the web, and you'll find out all about it as well. Gary Jennison is our guest on this edition of the CuriosityCast. Producer Dave is here as well. I'm conscious it's only our voices you've heard. This is from Sarah in HU10. Willoughby with a question. How do you decide even on the variety of acts appearing at the festival? Is there a booking policy, or is it just down to who's available?
Oh, good question. These are ace, aren't they? So again, a little bit of both. So again, I think the difference and what I would like to think sets us apart from a lot of festivals is we are independent. So we're not aligned to a big producer or a big sponsor or even a big...
Would you like to be?
Yes and no. Money's good, isn't it? What we're trying not to do is be transactional.
The Saudi Arabian government are moving into comedy.
It's very early in the podcast to go down there.
Have you got a spare slot?
That took 9 minutes. So yeah, I knew it was coming. It was coming. Sorry, the line's really crackly, breaking up. So I think that's the first thing is that, again, like I said, we are trusted and people know of us now. So it's an open access policy as well. So anybody can apply. And again, that normally opens up in April, May. And then a panel of 4 of us decide. And again, we're trying, it's 2025, we're trying not to be all blokes with beards doing comedy, doing stand-up. So we make it as...
Oh, there were some right filthy women last year.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people want.
It's true. The audience lapped it up. It was funny. It was good stuff.
Mix of everything. So the policy is, again, it's an open access policy, like a lot of the kind of the fringe and the independent festivals in the country. So Leicester, for example, Scarborough Fringe, Nottingham, and Hastings, they all have open applications, which is great. And again, some surprises. We've had some of these names on our posters on our website are people that have applied, and you can, which is fantastic because I wouldn't necessarily have thought to ask certain individuals who are coming to the festival. So the fact that they go, oh yeah, well, it's 2 hours 20 from London, grab a train for 30 quid on Hull trains, come up, do the stuff, have fun, and then go back home. And I think that's it's a testament to the work we've put in over the last decade, really, that we are now getting some amazing comedians filling in an application form. And we get agents as well, so we get people trusting in it.
All the big ones that come eventually filling the arena and stuff, they all started at an open mic slot, didn't they? They all started.
That's the industry, yeah. You've got to earn your stripes. What we don't want to do, and we can type in now comedy festival in our search engines, and what'll happen, I would say about 80% are very similar. They've got and this isn't a criticism, that's obviously a model that works for those festivals, but they might have a particular agent or a particular producer, and a lot of them are linked to TV networks and stuff like that. So it's no coincidence that your big festivals are linked. I wouldn't say there's a direct correlation, but there's no coincidence that people who are on the telly are also these, doing the big festivals, doing the same names. So we didn't want to be that in Hull. We are different, aren't we? We're independent, we're creative, and we always do things slightly different in Hull. So I think, I think the way it works for us isn't probably the way other people would do it. It's just worked for us over the last 10 years, and we do listen. A lot of our stuff's co-produced. We don't just kind of say, oh, that looks good, we'll go for it. It's about listening to what people are doing. We work with the Hey Volunteers, so they hand out feedback forms every year, and people say that was rubbish or that was fantastic. I just burn the ones that they say they don't want to see me again. I think Burnsy filled 10 of those in last year. So.
I got writers trying to doing all these different...
You look stressed.
What's he still doing here?
You look stressed trying to change pen colours.
I don't mind his partner, that Jeddy there, but that Gary Jennison, for goodness sake.
Thanks for the invite today, Burnsy. I presume it wasn't from you.
Yeah, you'll be hosting some of the gigs, won't you?
Yeah, doing a little bit of hosting. And again, not just because it's the cheapest in the price bracket or decent. It is to save us money. Ultimately, it's because it doesn't cost us anything for us to host.
Just, I should say, just looking at the little poster or the flyer here, Phil Nichol is Hull Truck on Wednesday, the 5th of November. Joe Kent Walters is Frankie Monroe.
Amazing.
Dead. Good fun time. He was brilliant at Brain Jar. He's on Thursday, the 6th of November. Susie Ruffle, you'll have seen on Live at the Apollo on the telly. She's Thursday, the 19th.
You're avoiding the elephant in the room, Dave. You're missing Sue Pollard.
No, well, I was just turning over to say.
Beg your pardon. We're building up to Sue.
I was I was going to finish this segment of the Curiosity. I'm getting heckled now. Don't invite him to any of the shows. He'll heckle.
He'll be banned.
I've got a question about heckling later on. Sue Pollard is on your poster.
Amazing.
What's Sue Pollard doing?
50
and where?
years. 50 years in the business. So it's a little bit of memoirs, a little bit of stories, a little bit of singing. I think you remember she had a bit of a single, didn't she, in the 80s?
Did, yeah.
So, and that's at Hull Truck. And again, it's doing very well. So do check that out. Again, reasonably priced ticket for what you're getting. And just a fantastic, I wouldn't necessarily say old school, because I don't think she particularly is, but I think it'll just be nice, nostalgic, if you've got fans of comedy writing, Hadi Eye and,
she'll have stories.
She'll have stories.
There was an article about her and her house in the Sunday Times in the magazine at the weekend. It was a really good read. She entertaining.
Yeah, we're hoping to get a selfie or a coffee or something with Sue. But again, just a really fantastic opportunity for the festival. We try and have a little nod, to those comedy voices that have come in the past as well. So it's a nice, just a little doff of the cap, really, to say you're still here, you're still going, and want to hear what you've got to say.
It's a good signing. Let us go back to the questions with Gary Jennison from Hull's Comedy Festival, which is happening now as you listen to this pod. How much does someone's fee shoot up if they appear on Taskmaster? Says Alan in Hessel.
That's a great question. Is someone trying to be on Taskmaster, or is that the tax man?
Or even live at the Apollo, I guess.
That's
the same,
great. That is such a fascinating question, because I would say it depends how you approach that comedian. So again, our advantage of the model and the way we run the festival is we are comedians, despite what Burnsy thinks. One of us is at least a multi-award winning, very talented local legend, and the other is Jed Salisbury. It's interesting. So Taskmaster, just take Phil from Phil Ellis, from Taskmaster. So I was lucky enough to listen to this, Burnsy. You'll be shocked. His support act last year.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
I know. He was desperate, I think. He had a cancellation.
Don't do yourself down.
He had, he had two dates. So in his Edinburgh one nominated show, I was the DJ. That sort of was his kind of the vehicle for laughter and having a go at him during the show, and it was fantastic. So Phil still answers me messages. So obviously he's got the Taskmaster gig. So that's a good sign, isn't it, as a comedian? Because again, it's really easy to kind of fall into that. And Jed talks about this all the time around, essentially it's show business, isn't it? We're all trying to strive for our own independent kind of where we want to be. So for some people, that's TV, writing, fame, however you want to see it. So the fact that we're still gigging, still people know what we're doing, and people still reply to messages. So Amy Gledhill as well at the Comedy Awards recently. And again, we had her last year opening the festival, our showcase event, and she still messages. Yeah, she's brilliant. So I think, to answer the question, it depends how you approach that comedian. So ultimately, when people jump up the ladder from kind of festivals, like club circuit gig to big TV, for a lot of agents, it probably feels like a short window, like they're in the shop window, aren't they? So it's our special offer, our set, not a sale, but it's our, top product. So again, yes, it will ultimately, if you go for the agents, you're probably going to go from, say, closing the show, maybe £250, £300, probably double or triple that very quickly. And as well, when you then contact, so some comedians aren't allowed to, they're contracted in, so they don't book their own gigs. Some still do. So again, ultimately, yes, TV work will lead to bigger fees. Again, what we've done, we're pretty, I don't know if it's fortuitous or what, but a lot of the acts who we've worked with, we've built up as well. So we've known them. I guess it's not a verbal contract as such, but Frankie Monroe, for example, has gone from a 40-seater venue to selling out the studio space in Hull Truck in a couple of years. So again, people appreciate that, don't they? Like the work you've put in and that trust that the Hull audience has got, and that says something. People want to come and, feel supported and feel they have a bit of a draw.
Well, he must have a good name. I remember this, and we're going back a few years now, when Tim Minchin played at City Hall.
Yeah.
And he was filling arenas at that point.
Yeah.
You know, he really shouldn't have been there. It was as big as City Hall
I think it was
is.
about £15 or £20, wasn't he? It was cheap.
It's really cheap. And he was literally in NEC and stuff the next night.
Yeah.
So it was just felt like such a coup to have him in Hull City Hall. So the festival must have a good name.
Yeah,
you know.
it does. Yeah. So I hopefully I've answered that eloquently. But ultimately, the more...
If you haven't, Gary, we'll edit it out. Don't worry about it.
Chop and chase.
All my stuff ends up on the cutting room floor. It's just Dave. It's just Dave.
But ultimately, bigger sort of reputation and TV credits leads to bigger fees, and rightly so. You know.
I like this from Jim in HU5, the Avenues area. Is it true that the internet has effectively killed joke telling?
Oh, that is interesting. These are great questions.
I think there's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah,
you never hear jokes anymore, do you? Nobody ever tells you a joke anymore.
Yeah, you do. I think there's a real disparity in a way between what people expect and what people actually experience. So take under 30s, when they come to comedy, their concentration levels are not set for 2.5 hours of comedy with a couple of breaks. They're used to quick, short, snappy bursts. And obviously a lot of the comedians, I've not fallen down that route yet of having I do a lot of MC work. My sort of reputation as an MC is far outshines my stand-up reputation. So setting up a camera and then recording your audience interactions and then getting those snippets, which is brilliant. You know, and as well, that also protects the act from giving them best jokes and material away, which is a very clever thing.
Patrick Monaghan does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's always done that. I mean, he'll just talk for hours, will Pat.
I love to.
A lot of them do. You're right as well. They never show the act. It's always the bits with the crowd.
It's the skill, isn't it? And I think what the difference is. So I won't name any names. I think that's a bit unfair. But some big touring comedians who are filling arenas, people turn up, they do the crowd work, and then they lean into the material, and people are just going, "Oh, well, what's this? Why is this person talking about going to the shops or having a poo?" It's not what people expect, and I think that's the only risk of that model is that people are then disappointed in that it's just not 2.5 hours of crowd work, because you can't do 2.5 hours of crowd work, can you? Unless that might be the new thing. The joke teller may be a lost thing, and we have to go to Joke Shop down the arcade in Hull to get our joke. It would get
tiring just somebody on stage picking on people all night long, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I never get bored of it. But that's probably a bit gluttonous from me, I guess. And there's a difference. So a lot of the comedy we kind of run yearly round in Hull is mixed bill. So again, you get a host and 3 or 4 comedians. So again, that plays nicely into the short attention span of people who are maybe first hand coming into comedy going, because as well, a lot of people go to music and talk. So then they come into comedy and talking.
Not near me, though.
Yeah.
Nowhere near me, though.
Why?
Oh, Christ, no. I'm absolutely gone mental with people who are talking at gigs.
Oh, I must admit, I've in the past tapped people on the shoulder and said,
I've gone further than that.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Which is why he's banned from most music venues.
It does say the small print. No violence, comedy.
On the sort of going on from the theme and bringing it back to comedy, Annette in HU8 in Garden Village. Settle an argument, please. I don't know whether she's having the argument with herself or not. Does heckling ruin or enhance a performance? See, we were talking about crowd work and everything.
Drunken husband she's arguing with there, I reckon.
Hey, we can't be judgmental, can we? We make judgments to keep us safe. Can we? Can we? Bring it on. What should have said? Would have been a different podcast.
It would have been another podcast. Can you be judgmental?
Oh, that is, again, these are so good.
It must depend on the room, the comedian, the heckle. It must depend on.
For me, it's the skill of the person receiving the heckle. Yeah, as a host, so as an MC, I wouldn't say. I mean, you've got to be prepared. The whole point of an MC is to keep the energy levels up, introduce the acts. At my MC work doesn't involve a lot of joke telling, because that's why we've got some award-winning, fantastic comedians. So my skill is showing people I'm in the room that the beauty of doing that, it tries to, anyone who's got anything to say should be aimed at myself, should be aimed at the MC. Yeah. The MC is there to sort of, I guess it's the person, fastening the seatbelt on a roller coaster. It's the person pressing the button in a lift, carrying your bags to your hotel room. It's that, isn't it? It's that kind of that hospitality, but also show that you've got the skill. And some people will try and test you. I mean, the worst heckles, people have come up afterwards. I thought I was going to get punched, and they've bought me a pint and gone, "No, I just thought you needed a bit of help, mate." I'm going, I didn't. But thank you. I will take your £6 pint. I'll make sure I'll come to the bar with you, so you don't pop out in it. But yeah.
Have you ever heckled anybody before you got into it?
No, I don't think I have. I've shouted stuff out when we've been invited to, so like improv nights where audience suggestions. I've made a fool of myself a few times doing that, but nothing out of the ordinary. I think difficult thing with heckling is, again, a lot of comedy nights don't have security, so it's kind of, people have paid good money, and we're trying to, like I said, get people to the festival, and we don't want to put people off, do we? Spending a tenner and they've had a horrible night, and so we want to make sure that people come back as well. So you've got to take command as a the person receiving it. A lot of newer acts just aren't built in to receive those heckles, because again, they're just concentrating on the material. So you'd hope that the host would kind of absorb that.
So what you're saying is the whole comedy fest is the perfect place to go and heckle, because you're not going to get thrown out.
No, it's the opposite.
So you're encouraging people to
don't be putting my name to that.
They're not putting that on the poster. He's going every night.
Heckle free zone. No, I mean, a lot of these, remember, that's the difference as well, that a lot of these shows are 1 hour, 1 act shows.
Yeah.
So that is a very different from a mixed bill. So it's basically like that Fringe model where it's a 30 show, isn't it? You pop in and see that act. And a lot of these acts are making their debut hour shows as well. So again, if you follow them on socials, a lot of them have social media presence. And if you follow them doing that, you think, great, I like their stuff. I'm going to go see if I can, can I sustain an hour?
I like it when the act deals with the heckler entirely sincerely.
Yeah.
And actually tries to deal with what they're shouting out.
Yeah.
Because it always falls apart.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of skill to do that as a comedian.
I think, again, sometimes that doesn't work and you just have to be horrible. And that's not nice. It's a thankless task, isn't it? To kind of deal with someone disruptive. But you've got to show you're in command. You've got to show, like, I've got the microphone, I'm the boss. And
you see a lot more people being thrown out of comedy gigs these days.
Do?
Probably because you're right. If you're paying £60 to go and see an arena singer, you don't want your neighbour spoiling it.
Yeah.
So they do get a lot more thrown out.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. That seems to be a post-COVID thing. I don't know if after lockdown people have gone, if I'm paying money, I can speak me intrusive thoughts.
I've got
no idea. Yeah.
It started singing musicals, people singing along at the musicals.
Yeah, they did. Again, I don't tell jokes, so no one's doing my punchlines.
You put that on the poster.
Yeah.
Could do. The end of this podcast, this Curiosity Cast, is rushing towards us. Is there anyone you want to... This seems unfair because it'd be like picking your favourite children, Gary. Is there anyone you want to say, don't miss them, they're an up-and-comer? Or...
That is
What's your best kept secret at this festival? I'd say, I know everyone's heard of him, but I'd say Phil Nicol. I adore him. And if it's greatest hits, it's going to be absolutely magnificent.
It's going to be it's literally the best of album. All his favourite songs, all his favourite moves, and his repertoire. And again, it's in an intimate space. It's in a 130-seater studio.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, you're not talking, like 500 people and you're at the back. You are in the mix.
That's a night to remember. What night is he on?
He is on the bonfire night, so go watch your fireworks and then come and see some more comedy fireworks with Phil.
At Hull Truck?
Yeah.
There's loads on. Best to check it out online.
Yeah, easy ways. You just type Hull Comedy Festival in and you'll get the Fringe on Joke Pit, or you can go on our Hull What's On page and the full lineup and your calendar planner is on there.
And tickets... Again, online, or can you go to Hull Truck or anywhere
so you can
else?
Ring up Hull Truck, telephone number 323638, hulltruck.co.uk, or you can just find us on all the socials.
Okay, and it's not just Hull Truck. There's the Edge, which is a nice space. I've been in it. Went last year, opposite Connection Live. And you've got a pop-up venue just off Humber Street as well.
Yeah, so we've got the pop-up event space where I'll be putting some fabulous comedy in warehouses. And then we've got Hull's only full-time comedy club, Comedy Lounge, as well.
George Street.
Yeah.
Gary Jennison, ta for joining us. That's it for this episode of CuriosityCast. Our thanks to Gary from Hull Comedy Festival. Remember to keep in touch with us via curiosityhull.co.uk or follow or even follow and friend us on the socials. I'm no good when I have to read these things. Where we are, Curiosity Hull on all the main feeds. I'm getting heckled now. We'll be back, we'll be back very soon with
Two soda awards.
I know, exactly. And I'm even doing it sober. It's unbelievable. I deserve to be heckled. I can feel the shepherd's crook coming from stage left. We'll be back very soon with more quality answers to whatever question you'd like to ask.